What's going on, guys? My name is Thwipster, and we have finally gotten the trailer for the third MCU Spider-Man movie, Spider-Man No Way Home. So what I'm going to be doing here today, guys, is giving you my initial thoughts on this trailer, the things I liked, what I'm hyped for, little things I've spotted within this trailer, all that good stuff. So let's begin. To start off with, I am over the moon that we've finally gotten this trailer. I mean, for the last year all we've heard about this movie were the rumors, the speculation, plot leaks, the cast leaks, but nothing that was concrete, nothing official that Sony or Marvel have confirmed. So to actually see a 3-minute trailer that gives us an idea as to how this movie will play out, is so much appreciated, because for so long the fans have been wanting a damn trailer. Heck, I bet you if you go onto Sony's YouTube channel and go onto their videos, all you see are comments demanding the release of this trailer. The hype for this had really built up, and man did it pay off. So I really love how this trailer begins. I am so happy that the identity reveal from the end of Far From Home actually has some weight and a heavy impact on this movie. Because a big complaint in Far From Home was that when Aunt May found out that Peter was Spider-Man, it was severely underplayed and was swept under the rug. We never got to see the consequences of that scene where May finds him in the suit. But here it feels like the identity reveal will be taken more seriously and will negatively affect not only Peter's life, but also Ned's life, MJ's, Aunt May's, and even Happy Hogan, who we see later on in the trailer being targeted by snipers. And this gets to Peter. He's more worried about how this problem affects his friends and family more than it does to him, which all builds up, leading him to pay a visit to Doctor Strange at the Sanctum Sanctorum. We see Peter walking up to the Sanctum. He meets with Stephen Strange. Now I don't know what's going on with all the snow. There's theories that it has something to do with the massive hole Hulk caused during the opening of Infinity War, but I highly doubt that they'd leave a huge open hole in the roof for 5 years. I mean, it probably doesn't matter, since it probably won't affect the story of the movie. It'll most likely be a funny gag to see Strange and Wong wearing snow gear, doing whatever, and then Peter asks him if he can make everyone forget that he is Spider-Man. Now there was a similar storyline that was in the One More Day comic, in where Spider-Man had revealed his identity to the world during the Civil War comic arc, and then as a consequence of this, Aunt May was fatally shot. This then causes Peter to make a deal with the devil named Mephisto, and have his identity become a secret once again and Aunt May back alive. But he must sacrifice his marriage with Mary Jane, which he agrees to do for some weird reason. However, in No Way Home it looks like they are taking inspiration from this comic but changing it a little bit. Obviously the circumstances are different. May didn't get shot. Peter isn't married to MJ because they are still high schoolers. And Peter turns to Doctor Strange to make the deal instead of the Mephisto. So Strange begins to cast the spell that will make everyone forget that Peter is Spider-Man. But for this to work, everybody's mind must be erased, including MJ's. And this puts Peter in a tricky situation. This results in Peter trying to change the spell, but he ends up messing up the spell, opening the multiverse. And this is where the fun begins. Because from here, we get to see some of that trippy visuals that we seen in the Doctor Strange movie, with the city collapsing in on itself. And we see Peter wearing his spider suit falling into the center of this world bending. Then we see the two at what looks like the Grand Canyon, surrounded by twisting trains. What the hell is going on? But what is interesting, and it has a lot of fans debating about it, is the fact that Doctor Strange seems a little off. First of all, he immediately agrees to help Peter with this supposedly dangerous spell that could eventually open up a multiverse of madness. And then he's talking down to Peter about how it's his fault putting his friends and family in danger. And then it looks like he's stopping him in his tracks by pushing Peter outside of his physical body into his astral projection to obtain some sort of box. Maybe this is all because we haven't gotten any context about these scenes and it'll play out clearly in the movie. Here we get to see a few quick glimpses of what seems to be Jamie Foxx's Electro with the yellow lightning instead of the blue from The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Now this is no surprise considering that Jamie Foxx was the first one to confirm that he was in the movie as a different version of Electro. And I am positive that you can spot Sandman as well, especially later on in the trailer, when we see Electro shooting lightning bolts at Spider-Man, who is wearing his black and gold suit. Sandman creates a sand wall to defend Spider-Man from the strike. Now this makes sense, because the last time we saw Sandman in Spider-Man 3 he redeemed himself and Tobey Maguire forgave him for killing his uncle. So it wouldn't make sense if he came back and was straight up evil, because that wasn't who he was in Spider-Man 3. He was a good person who just had bad luck. And there is also a brief appearance of the Lizard who tries to escape some sort of prison cell but is not successful. I am so happy to see these guys return in a Spider-Man movie because some of them didn't live up to their potential, especially Electro. He could have been great in Amazing Spider-Man 2, but Sony butchered that movie and all of their characters. So it'll be great to see if they are actually given some justice in this movie. And now on to that big moment. Ladies and gentlemen, fasten your seatbelts. That scene where we see the freaking pumpkin bomb. Oh my god. Now, for the past few months I had been listening to all of the leaks and rumors regarding Goblin's return, but I was always skeptical about them just in case they never appeared in the movie. But to see it here, in the official trailer, oh man, and to hear that familiar Goblin laugh of the great Willem Dafoe, that was when I broke. It was so good that I jumped out of my chair and nearly woke my entire street up at 3 in the morning. But it doesn't end there, as moments later, we get to see the legendary Dr. Freaking Octopus, played by the man himself, Alfred Molina, who we haven't seen in the role since Spider-Man 2 in 2004. And that "Hello Peter" moment made me lose my goddamn mind, because we are literally getting a live-action Spider-Verse. Something that I have been dreaming of for years, never thinking it was possible. And here we are with the return of these classic villains. And hopefully our boys, Toby and Andrew, are right around the corner to make a return in the third act in an epic team-up to defeat the Sinister Six. However, that hasn't been confirmed yet. So if they happen to not show up in the movie, I'll still love it. Sure, they'll be missing out on a great opportunity, but hey, we're getting the return of Alfred Molina and Willem Dafoe in the same movie. That sentence still blows my mind. So if you couldn't tell, I am super excited to see this movie, even more now that we have this physical HD trailer. I'm really digging the darker and more serious tone they are taking this movie. It feels different from the previous two MCU Spider-Man movies. I'm glad that they are spending a chunk of time dealing with the aftermath of the identity reveal and showing how badly it's affecting Peter and his friends, and not just rushing in with the Spider-Verse. This movie looks like it'll be something that will have to be watched in a theater amongst fellow Spider-Man fans, and letting our nostalgia go wild. And I cannot wait for the 17th of December, to go to the cinemas with the lads and do just that. But what do you think? Are you excited for Spider-Man No Way Home? Let me know in the comments down below. But that's going to do it for me, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. Sorry it's a little late. Make sure you hit the like button if you enjoyed and subscribe if you're new. And with all that being said, I guess I'll see you in the next one. See ya.